Welcome estimated audience to our explanation of VectorCom. So our group member for this presentation is myself Parth Kumar, Piyush and Shiang, and our mentor for this presentation is Heidi. She is a senior lecturer and deputy head of school research training of University of Newcastle. So this is the table of content of our presentation with introduction. In the aftermath of corporate turmoil, Vectorcom stands at a pivotal junction, poised for redemption under fresh leadership. Today, we dwell into the principle of servant leadership guiding this transformation, examining its potential to cultivate a workplace culture defined by empathy, collaboration, and ethical governance. Join us as we navigate the complexity of organizational transformation in the dynamic telecommunications landscape. So our next topic is principle of servant leadership. So basically, the first question comes into our mind is what is the servant leadership? Servant leadership is a transformative approach to a leadership that places the needs of others at the forefront. It is grounded in a several key principles that guide the actions and behavior of servant leaders. Basically, it has a four principles. First one is the empathy, which is the central to a servant leadership. Leaders who practice empathy actively listen to their employees, seek to understand their or point of view, and demonstrate compassion and understanding. Second one is the humility, which is the hallmark of a servant leaders. Leaders who are humble recognize their own limitations and value the contributions of others. They foster a collaborative environment where everyone's input is valued. Thirdly, the servant leaders act as the stewards of their organization's resources and well being of their employees. They prioritize the long term success of the organization and make decisions that benefit both the company and its shareholders. Lastly, servant leaders empower their employees by providing them with the support, resources, and opportunity they need to succeed. They delegate authority, encourage autonomy, and foster a culture of creativity and innovation. Our next slide is balancing employee needs and competitive aggression. In the workplace, servant leadership promotes compassion and teamwork. At Vectorcom, this mindset has led to a big change, focusing on taking care of employees in every way. But in the fast-paced world of telecommunications, balancing this caring attitude with the need to stay competitive is tough. It is important to find a middle ground between being supportive and pushing for a growth to make sure the company keeps doing well in the long run. Now, I would like to invite my friend Shian to take a charge and keep ahead this presentation.
Okay, okay, thank you, Paras. And hi, I'm Xiao. I'm going to talk about the next part. Next two part is the first one is the changing organizational culture. As Victor.com embarks on its culture transformation journey, it confronts a myriad challenges. Culture changes are multifaceted endeavor requiring a deep understanding of existing norms and drivers. Resistant to change looms large, often stemming from fear and uncertainty. To overcome this resistance, transparent communication, stakeholder involvement, and commitment to accountability are paramount. We found ourselves at the crossroad when Victorcom's shift towards a new culture paradigm may trigger resistance and backlash. Skepticism and cynicism towards are change are common forms of the backlash. This kind of backlash. Proactively addressing these challenges involves the transparent communications, stakeholder engagement, and demonstrating the benefits of cultural evolution. Cultivating an atmosphere of openness and trust can help us search fears and garner support of organizational rejuvenation. In changing organizational structure culture, it's imperative that we not only introduce new values, but also honor the essence of what made Victorcom successful. We need to blend our drive for innovation with our new ethos of empathy. Finding this balance is crucial. As it will be will enable us to sustain our competitive edge while also nurturing a healthier work environment. All right, let's consider iterative approaches where change is introduced in phases, allowing for adjustment and acceptance. This method can help reduce resistance as stakeholders feel more involved and less overwhelmed by the pace of change. All right, talking about the leadership style and organizational performance. Leadership is the linchpin of organizational efficacy. It shaped the trajectory of a Victor.com's voyage. Servant leadership with its ethos of empathy and empowerment holds promise in nurturing a culture of innovation and collaboration. Yet, in the crucial, in the crucible of the competition, the imperative of the decisiveness and the strategic foresight cannot be overstated. Aligning leadership styles with strategic imperatives is the cornerstone of the Victor.com's quest for enduring relevance and resilience. The challenges lies for finding the equilibrium between servant leadership and competitive aggression requires to thrive. This balance is delicate but not unattainable. Leaders at Victor.com must embody agility and decisiveness while maintaining a nurturing approach. We should aspire to create an environment where calculated risk taking is encouraged and failure is viewed as the stepping stone to innovation. Our future success depends on our ability to embrace changes while maintaining a clarity of purpose. Leaders must be catalysts for change and stewards of the organizational culture. This dual role involves a complex dance between inspiring innovation and driving performance. In embracing this dual role, we empower our employees to be part of the change, for fostering a sense of ownership that goes beyond the traditional hierarchy. When our people are invested in performance is not just a goal. It is a byproduct it is a byproduct of a culture that values contribution at every level.
Thank you so much, Yang. So the next slide is sustainability of ethical leadership, the cornerstone of organizational integrity. Ethical leadership, the cornerstone of Vector.com's organizational ethos, serves as the guiding light in navigating the complexities of the modern business landscape. As we delve deeper into the importance of ethical leadership, it becomes evident that its impact reverberates far beyond the confines of corporate boardrooms. It permeates every fact of Vector.com's operation, shaping its culture, defining its relationship with stakeholders, and ultimately determining its long-term sustainability. At the heart of ethical leadership lies at a steadfast commitment to principles of integrity, transparency, and accountability. These values not only serve as the foundation upon which Vector.com's built its reputation, but also as the compass guiding its strategic decisions. In an era marked by heightened scrutiny and increasing demands for corporate responsibility, ethical leadership emerged as a non-negotiable imperative for organizations aspiring to thrive in the long term. Vector.com's unwavering adherence to ethical principles not only fostering trust and credibility amongst its stakeholders, but also position it as a beacon of ethical excellence in the telecommunication industry. By consistently demonstrating integrity in its dealings, transparency in its operations, and accountability for its actions, Vector.com sets itself apart as a trusted partner and a responsible corporate citizen. Cultivating a culture of ethics, nurturing ethical excellence at Vector.com central to Vector.com's commitment to ethical leadership in the cultivation of culture of ethics within its ranks. Recognizing that ethical behavior is not simply a matter of individual choice, but rather a collective responsibility. Vectorcom invests in initiatives aimed at fostering a culture where ethical considerations permeate every level of the organization. Open communication serves as the cornerstone of Vectorcom's ethical culture, providing employees with a platform to voice their concern, seek guidance, and report potential ethical breaches. Through regular town hall meetings, employees forums, and anonymous reporting channels, Vectorcoms create an environment where ethical dilemmas are addressed transparently and proactively. Furthermore, Vectorcoms prioritize ethically training as a fundamental component of its employee development programs. Through interactive workshops, case studies, and role-playing exercises, employees are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and ethical framework necessary to navigate complex ethical challenges with confidence and integrity. In addition to training, Vectorcom also places a premium on recognizing and rewarding ethical behavior, whether through formal recognition programs, performance evaluations, or promotions. Vectorcom ensures that ethical conduct is not only valued but also incentivized within the organization. So the next part is the conclusion. So embracing a future of ethical excellence and resilient growth. As we conclude our exploration of Vectorcom's commitment to ethical leadership, we are reminded of the profound impact that ethical leadership has on organizational culture, stakeholder trust, and long-term sustainability. Through the unwavering dedication to principle of integrity, transparency, and accountability, Vectorcom has not only solidified its position as a trusted industry leader, but also laid the groundwork for a sustained success in an increasingly competitive market. Looking ahead, Vectorcom trajectory is one of defined by resilience, innovation, and unwavering integrity, armed with a deep-seated commitment to ethical excellence. Vectorcom is poised to navigate the complexities of the telecom landscape with foresight, fortitude, and a steadfast commitment to doing what is right, even when faced with adversity. As we embark on the journey towards a future of ethical excellence and resilient growth, let us not forget the invaluable role that ethical leadership plays in shaping the destiny of organizations and the societies they serve. Let us therefore pledge to uphold the highest ethical standards in all our endeavors, knowing that in doing so, we not only safeguard the reputation of our organization, but also contribute to a brighter, more ethical future for all. Thank you so much. This was Parth, Xiang, and Piyush.